In this video, I'll be breaking down exactly the method that I use to book between 3 to 5 sales calls with US businesses using meta advertising. Now, I'll be breaking down the funnel that I use to get prospects to book with us so you can take it and implement it right away. Now, just to kind of explain to you what we do, we basically run Facebook ads to contractors in the US to get them to book with us on calls, and then we try to close them for 1.4 thousand, 1.5 thousand, 2 to 3. We're a bit flexible in pricing, but essentially it's a high ticket offer. So in order for us to get those people, we run ads in the US, and then we get them, we nurture them, we close them on sales calls, And in this video, I'll be focusing exactly on the funnel that we use after the ads. If you want to break down on what to include in these ads, check the last video that I posted. You'll find exactly the components of these ads. But on this video, I want to focus on, okay, people filled out a form or they booked a call with us. Okay, now what? How do we kind of get them in? How can we optimize that process after we generate interest for them to be interested in our services? Now, the first thing that we do is we have a lot of creatives that we run. Like I explained in my last video, we run a ton of Facebook ad creatives that we produce almost every single week. So, 7 to 10 days, usually we have a new batch coming in. So when these business owners, when they see all of these ads, they are next prompted to fill out a Facebook form. And I'm going to share the Facebook form and what it looks like on their end so you can have a better understanding of that entire funnel, okay? If you're running an agency right now, I upload free weekly content that you can take and use that will allow you to sign a lot of clients on a consistent basis. So hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss out on any of the sauce. Let's get started. So let me share my screen. So what these people see as soon as they click on the ad is this form here. So of course, this is the offer. You want to have the main offer, the first thing they see. So 100 high intent home remodeling leads, guaranteed, target of a predictable revenue, etc., whatever. So the questions. Are you the business owner? There's something called conditional logic. Whenever you create a lead form on Facebook, you click on a tick called get conditional logic. So you tick it on so that based on their answer, they can either be kicked out of the form or taken to the next step, the next question in the form. And this is very, very important to disqualify people who will waste your time. So, of course, from my experience, if anybody's not a business owner, it's a complete waste of time to keep talking to them. So, are you the business owner? That's the first question. If they click yes, they move on to the next question. If they click no, then they get kicked out of the form and it says, sorry, it looks like you are not fit to work with us. So the next question is going to be the monthly revenue of the business. You want to make sure that you are dealing with people who have money to pay you thousands of dollars, because if they cannot pay you that money, then it's pointless to even talk to them. Now, before I continue, if you want my help to implement this exact ad system that has allowed some of the people that I work with make between $8,000 to $17,000 in cash collected within the first 30 days of launching this ad, then there's a link in the description. You can apply. And of course, if you do not sign 10 clients, you pay nothing at all. This is literally a guarantee. It's not some marketing scheme. So if you're serious about this, if you're ready to put in the work, then check the link in the description. Back to the video. So we have 0 to 20K, 20 to 50K, 50K plus. So any of these three questions, these three, the bottom three, it will take them to the next question. If it's 0 to 10K, we usually disqualify them. Again, it will take them off of the form and say, thank you, but you are not a good fit to work with us. The next one is obviously the full name, the phone with the country code, the email, and then where is your company located, so that, when you call them, again, it's these little details that make a lot of difference. The reason why you want to have this is because sometimes, right, if you're running ads in the US, which that's what we do, they might be in different time zones. So when you call them, you want that process to be very, very smooth. You want to be professional. So when you ask them, where's your company located, you can then look up what time zone they're in so that when you call them, hey, does 7 p.m. work? So that the entire booking process is very, very, very smooth. And then if our system makes sense, how soon would you be looking to get started? Now, this is very important because the majority will say ASAP or this week or now, etc. So when you get on the sales call, when you talk to them on the phone, right, you basically remind them, oh, hey, by the way, if this makes sense, you said you'd be willing to move forward, right? So you kind of pre-frame the idea that if they like what you have to offer, they will move forward right away, and do not be afraid to call them out on it as well. It's very, very important. One of the biggest things that I learned by closing these contractors is do not be afraid to call them out on what they say. So if they say, for example, yeah, I'm interested, I'm this and that, but let's talk about it next week. You're like, is there any reason why we should talk about it next week? Because, you mentioned on the forum and you mentioned earlier to me on this call that you want to move forward. You want to get more money for your business. So what are we gaining by leaving it till next week? Unless there's a reason. And now they'll tell you the reason why, etc. But the point is, make sure that you call them out on their BS. If they give you like a fake excuse that does not have any type of like substance, okay? So once they fill in, now we have an automation on the back end. Let me just touch on that quickly and tell you like what we do in terms of following up and in terms of talking to them, etc. Right? So, okay, so this is the workflow that we use, right? As soon as a lead comes in, right, they fill out their information. So the trigger here is a Facebook lead form submitted. Then we assign it to the right user. It's for this campaign, it's me right now. And then you want to create or update an opportunity, and you want to add it in a pipeline stage new lead, so you can, so you can have the opportunities organized. So for example, here you want to call the opportunity name contact.name, so that the contact gets added as pipeline. Then what we do is, once we add that to our pipeline, we add a tag. This is an FB lead home remodeler, so that on Go High Level, whenever you want to look up your leads, they are segmented by the niche they are in, so that you can look up, for example, all of the roofing clients you have or all of the home remodeler clients that you have. Then we want to wait. So after they wait, what we do is we send them an email that says, hey, thank you for submitting your information. Our team will get in touch with you as soon as possible to learn more about your home improvement business and how we can help you get consistent high intent leads, whatever. We want to send them an SMS as well. It will give you a call in order to get you generating more than 15 qualified SMS per month. And then that's it. Okay, now this is the call flow. What we do after, we call them 5 to 10 minutes after they submit the form, ideally within 1 or 2 minutes. We talk to them on the phone and then we book them in. And what we do is in our pre-call flows, so of course you want to have the reminders of, hey, you have a call in 30 minutes, a call in 1 hour, a call in 4 hours. So you want to have all of those automations. But the most important thing as well that you can add is, let's say, for example, that you book a call in 3 to 4 days. How likely are they to join the call? Probably close to 10%, 5 to 10%. But if you book them the same day or the next day, they are much more likely to show up. Now, in addition to those reminders that they will get via text of, hey, you have a meeting in 10 minutes, 1 hour, you want to call them and say, for example, hey, Jack, just wanted to quickly confirm with you. You have a call with us in 1 hour. Just wanted to quickly give you a quick call to confirm your attendance to the meeting. And then that's it, So they're like, oh yeah, sure. And then because these people are busy, they're out there doing jobs, giving estimates, they're not really free and just sitting on their desk just like we do, like us agency owners that we do. So you can do that, and then you want to text them the link 5 minutes before manually. Hey, John, by the way, just talk to you in 5 minutes. Here's a link to join. You want to text it to them and then wait for them to join from there. Now, this is very important. There's a lot of money to be made in the follow-up. So make sure that you follow up aggressively. And when I say aggressively, I mean aggressively with clients. So if they don't show up to the call, you want to call them again. And then call them the next day and then text them the next day. So you want to call and text every single lead every day for 2 weeks until they give you a firm no. Do not give up. That's the most important thing. Do not give up. Okay. I've made a lot of money by following up multiple times with people from deals where, they said, I'll think about it, whatever. So whether they don't show up to the call, whether they don't close on the call, but they didn't tell you a no, you need to make sure that you follow up a lot. You only want to start following up with them if, it's been more than 2 to 3 weeks and you've been talking to them all the time and they're not responding, then maybe sure. But other than that, you should call and text them almost every single day, and do not have shame. You need to get over the thing about, oh, I'm pissing them off. No, you're not. You are more likely to lose a client by not following up with him than you are by pissing him off. And trust me when I tell you this, I've tried it. This comes from experience. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. So based on my previous content, you can either take all of the stuff that I teach and implement it and you can make money, or you can choose to do nothing at all and be lazy about this, which I would not recommend. Or if you want to shortcut the entire process and actually you want me and my team to get all of this done for you and install all of these systems, exactly the niches, the scripts, the sales process, completely done for you. So click the first link in the description and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any type of questions, please make sure that you follow me on Instagram, tarek.systems, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.